Hi, my name is Javs, also known as Javatronia. I'm a licensed hairstylist, freelance photographer and videographer, as well a mother. Recently, I was introduced to the world of toy collecting, and here I will share with you my journey and exploration into the world of action figures, not only as a collector and consumer, as well a passionate new fan. Hey, it's Jazz with Javatronia Reviews and Just Try Media. Today I am going to present to you Wheelie from the Titans Returns line. Here he is. He is Legends class, so he's miniature compared, which is perfect because that is how he should be. That's how he showed up. He was a child or teenager, and so his size definitely matters. And in the past, we really only have had a few different options, which today I will show you size comparison and also kind of compare contrast a little bit with our generation's Wheelie that we had. Which, by the way, you probably noticed we do have a slingshot. Hasbro forgot to pack him with his weapon. Here we go. Let's do size comparison. So here is generation's Wheelie. A little big, huge difference here. He goes literally up to like mid to bottom of his chest, which is a really big deal. You know, there's some similar attributes, somewhat of the same color scheme, obviously a little bit different, but I'm kind of definitely, for our collection, we really like the smaller one. But here is a full size comparison to our Deluxe and Voyager class. So you can definitely see more appropriate size for Wheelie based on the G1 cartoon. Alright, let's get a little up close. Alright, so for our up close, here we do have paint apps, pretty decent. I mean, the general colors. I do like that they used chrome instead of just gray because we already have this kind of like off-white gray color, but it just adds a little dimension to the color scheme. Overall, you know, arms and shoulders are a little bulky, so when I do articulation, you'll notice there's going to be limitations to some posability, but the fact that he is Legends class, not too bad, not too shabby. And then the only other thing is in package, no slingshot, so that was kind of a bummer. But here we go. So his head articulation, there is no tilt other than the mechanism it was on to fold in for when he goes into his alt mode or his little speedster car. So it is just rotation left and right. Shoulders are on a ball joint, which can pop off pretty easily. So good for kids, I guess. Not going to break too much there. So you do have, you know, full range, but he does only go about that far in the shoulders going out. And there's elbow twist and bend. No wrist articulation or arms. It's all one piece. We do have some waist rotation. We have hip on a ball joint, so pretty wide range there. Knee also on a ball joint, so there is lots of twisting and turning. And there are no foot articulation points. So as a Legends class, it's pretty straightforward, pretty normal basic articulation. Not too bad. Alright, let's check out his alt mode. Alright, so here we have Wheelie in his alt mode, which is like a futuristic sci-fi car version of a car. So tiny, cute, he rolls. I like the design, it's pretty sturdy. Again, paint app, it's pretty simple, but I do like it. It matches up pretty well. This is where that chrome finish really pops. It just adds that dimension to the color that you wouldn't get if it were just a matte color. Or the plastic. And the paint on it's pretty decent. There isn't really any scrapes yet, but we haven't transformed him a whole lot. And here in this space is where you can put a Titan Master. He did not come with one, but you can put any of them in there. They are all universal as far as fitting. So really the only complaints that I have for this is right in this area where all these 4 and 5 pieces come together. It shows, there's a little space there. And where it shows you can peg, it doesn't totally squeeze and peg in there. I don't know if you could see, but there's just some spaces, but who's going to complain too much? Not me. He's an awesome figure. Not going to worry about it. And then the only other thing is, it just feels empty. Look at this. What is going on there? I don't even know. It's all finished, and then his butt's open. It's exposed. You can see his head in there. I don't know. It just feels a little incomplete. But as far as, other than a few pictures, he's really not going to be in this mode too much. I'm going to have him in bot mode, so there's not much to complain about there. So yeah, here's the Legends Wheelie. It's pretty simple, straightforward. Let's get him back to bot mode and finish up my concluding thoughts. Some of my concluding thoughts really come down to this. I like him. Hasbro did a good job. He is the right size, which does fit in with our collection of chugs. For as far as a great placeholder, he's the right size. Color scheme's pretty decent. Articulation is alright. You know, he can't do a lot, but he is a small figure, so it does make it a little bit hard. He doesn't have that many moving parts. His transformation is kind of fun. You know, it's not just a super collapsible mold. You do have to kind of twist things and tuck things and get it in there just right, so that does make it for entertainment, but it does not take too long, so you're not sitting there struggling. It's just a quick transformation. For kids, you know, should be pretty simple. For those that are familiar with Transformers, as far as the new Titans Returns line, it has been quite simple. I've surprised myself. I've done them pretty easily. Obviously, a Legends is a little less complicated. There aren't as many steps, but I still have figured it out on my own pretty well. I've played with about 3 or 4 of them and don't struggle too much. So it's pretty straightforward, which does make it kind of nice. We can rely on our third parties or our bigger figures to become more complicated if need be. Alright, so that concludes my thoughts on Titans Return Wheelie. Thank you so much for joining me today on this review, and I hope to see you again soon. Thank you, and don't forget, enjoy your toys because you never know when they can be taken away. And have a good night!